sometimes at all. AY Aldis is here. Anthony, very good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Great to see you, man. Now, there'll be people that might not know who you are, but they'll recognise your voice, I think. From
most probably,
many of the clips that many people have seen on social media. Should we play one of the clips? Charlotte, let's have a look. This is what AY does.
He's over there, look. Yeah, the police is here. They come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just imagine, guys, you're running for that boat on the beach. Welcome to the land of milk and honey. The famous doctors and engineers are coming, sir. If you want to get yourself a doctor's appointment tomorrow, you're fine. Just 1 second, please. I'll talk to you after, yeah? If you want to talk to me, that is. There we go, guys. Where's all the women and children, miss?
What's up?
No, I'm just making my documentary.
What are you documenting on?
Immigration.
What, are you filming it? Are you recording it?
Oh, no.
Streaming it?
Just got a phone in my hand and, yeah.
Are you live streaming it?
There you go, guys. I just want to point you in the direction of this sign here, yeah? You see that? See what that sign says there?
Yeah.
Do you want to read it out to me?
Oh, I see it.
You see? Want to read that?
No, I see it.
Can you read it?
Yes, I can.
What's it say? What's that say? What's that say?
Public,
Yeah. Thank you, yeah? Okay, so what you should do is, buddy, talk with these ones for wasting your time, yeah?
Yeah, I am, but I
will okay, for you.
Well,
well, you don't need my point of view.
I like you, right? Because you like me. I quite like annoying people, which is a good thing to do, by the way. That was, I believe, Luton. Was it the Luton Ibis?
Yeah, so that was a processing centre.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now,
when you say processing centre, you mean hotel?
Yeah. So
this is where they bring them.
They bring them into like a place like Luton for maybe 2, 3, 4 days.
Right.
Yeah. Now you've got another one in Canary Wharf, Britannia.
Yeah. And would they have come from somewhere like Manston?
So they come. I followed that coach from Manston.
Right.
So the day before, they come off of the border taxi service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they whisk through onto the coach into Manston, and then 16 hours later, 24 hours later, they start shipping them into these hotels that are processing centres.
Yeah.
And then from there, then they go to another hotel, which is their longer term hotel then.
Okay.
But then, like a lot of these, and I've spoken to a lot of them, a lot of these migrants over the last year, and they're told, like, there's, like, kick off, get in a little bit of trouble in this hotel, they'll move you to another one. It's all designed to get them certain ones into a certain location.
Right.
Then they can go and do their jobs, their cash in hand work on their bikes, car washes, and then start paying off their debts then, I suppose.
Yeah, right, the whole black economy thing. Because I've always said, I'm sure that it's not true that these people, many of them are paying money to come across the channel. What they're doing is they're being signed up by these sort of gangmasters to say, right, we'll get you into Britain, then you'll owe us $5 grand or whatever it is, and you'll work doing this, and then you'll pay us back.
Well, we all know, like, with these Uber Eats accounts and things, that you can have, 5, 6, 7, different people that actually operate on that account.
Yeah.
So it's like, you've got the account, you open it, fire it up, log into it. I then go and I'm the illegal immigrant, I then go and do the work.
Yeah.
And then the money just obviously gets filtered back to, it's kind of common sense, really, to think.
And it's obvious, a bit like, we discovered this week, or the BBC discovers this week, that, all of these vape shops and barber shops and, dodgy kind of businesses that are in high streets all over the country. It turns out, they're bankrolling the illegal migrant business. Really? Well, we told you that 2 years ago, And the thing that I find interesting is whenever you turn up anywhere where you're filming, there's always some jobs worth who comes up to you and goes, like that woman, what are you doing?
You're always going to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. whichever way.
But it's like they don't want you to film it.
No, they don't want you to film this at all.
Right.
Like, even when I look at last year, the stuff that they've tried to do to me to get me to stop filming was unbelievable. And it was all just like, well, it was just for showing the truth.
Yeah.
You know, and if it wasn't for the support of the people that actually follow me, etc., etc.,
Right.
you know, then...
So what sorts of things were they trying to do to you then?
So they, first of all, they had some story on Channel 4, ITV and BBC. Then they demonetised me. Then I was arrested 5 times for crimes that since I've actually been exonerated from.
Right.
And, well, 2 I haven't. I've still got to face them. But I expect them to be...
But when they arrest you, what do they say they're arresting you for?
It's...
Trespass or something? Or no?
Well, so... No, I've never actually been arrested at a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's only at protests.
Okay.
So I will argue, because I'd like to film, I'd like to go to the left side, so to speak, and ask them questions. You know, like just simple questions, really, and then you just end up getting like the police want to try and move you on, and then you end up. I was, I'm just trying to do my job, like legally, you know, just ask a couple of questions, and then they twist it and say, like, oh, section 14, blah, blah, blah.
Right, well, they've started this business, haven't they? They did it. We had Ryan Bridge on yesterday from, he was arrested before he even got to the United Kingdom March. It turns out probably in error, but he was held for about 11 hours in a cell so that he couldn't go to the rally. And then he was left to go, hey, he had to spend quite a lot of money getting home because it was the early hours of the morning. And it's almost like they're harassing you. In a way which is, in my mind, actually illegal, because if you're standing, as you are always, on a public space filming, there's nothing to say that you can't do that. There is no. But if the police suddenly go, oh, we're going to have a dispersal order brought in, I think those can all be challenged. I don't think they've got the right to do that.
And I will stand there and I will try to challenge this.
Yeah.
I recently went to court last week, actually, or a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. And when I actually got to court, and you're not going to believe this, but the police forgot to send the email to tell the court that I was in court.
Right.
So they gave me a bail form and said you need to attend court with very strict bail conditions, and you got to attend court on so-and-so date. So I went to court. My name wasn't on the list. So I spoke to the prosecutor and they said, look, the police have forgot to send us the file. Now it's up to you. You either just go and forget about it or you go to the police and remind them. And I was like, hold on a minute, like, what sort of not? Right. I kind of foresee it, Right. If I just forget about it one day, and it's not going to help us. So I went to the court. I went to the police station, explained to them what's happened. Yeah. Oh, we're really sorry about that. Blah blah blah. We're going to send it now. Right. So I said, okay. So I've gone back to the court. The prosecutor just looked at the paperwork, and she's turned around and she says, "Do you know what?" She said, for the honesty and integrity that you're showing, I'm just going to throw it out. Yeah. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. Absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, all of that will take your time, your money, and presumably it affects things like, I mean, if you're in court quite a lot or if you get charged with things, does it affect your credit rating? Does it affect your life in that sense? To be honest with you, like, I've only been to court twice, so far. But I raised the point where if they can, like, just forget to send bit of paperwork. Yeah. How many other cases is there out there? Oh, loads. Yeah. Well, I used to talk to a lot of lawyers, criminal lawyers, who would be either defensive lawyers or prosecution, and they say the number of cases that just get dropped because the police either forget to do something in terms of a document, or they forget to send anybody to the case as a witness, or the witness turns up and they haven't got any notes. You know, it's a complete broken system, a complete shambles. Yeah, and so. There's a very good chance if you ever finally get charged with anything and you ever finally get to court that you'll get off with it if you're a criminal, because the chances are the police will screw something up, right? But tell me about how you got into this in the first place, Anthony. When did you start doing it? So roughly about 2 years ago. Yeah. I was in the work van with one of the guys that work for me, and he's watching TikTok. I never had social media. Right. Never had. And this is, when you say the work van, what was the business? Oh, so I've got my own business. Yeah, so I run my own business. Okay. It's all above board, etc., etc. So now I've just got 2 people that work for me now instead of one. And I just not to concentrate on this, but I still obviously concentrate on that because that's
your bread and butter. Yeah.
bread and butter. But anyway, TikTok, and I never had TikTok or anything, or I never used social media. And then one of my colleagues was watching videos, and he said, "Yeah, look at this." And I said, "No, it's rubbish. It's AI."
Right.
Yeah, and he says, "No." Yeah, I said, "Seriously?" Yeah, I said, "They wouldn't do this." And it was from a guy called Truth Hurts 101. And then, so I kind of got hooked, and I was looking, and I thought,
what were you seeing? What was it?
He was going inside these hotels,
Right.
and he was reporting on these hotels, and it was majority all men.
Yeah.
And then I found a couple of others, Yorkshire Rose, Active Patriot, etc. Then I started I thought, you know what? I'm going to go and find out for myself, and I'm actually going to go to these hotels, and I'm going to find out. Never had used a camera or anything, so I went around with a camera for a little bit just to get at ease with it, you know, and just to see what making a video was all about, etc.
Yeah.
And then I went to started going to the hotels, and I was just going inside, and I was looking around, and I was looking at all the notice boards and the food, and I was looking around, and I thought, bloody hell, it's true.
Yeah.
And I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing because
the people organising it all spent a lot of time trying to keep it secret, didn't they?
Yeah.
They didn't want anybody to know.
No. And you look now, and more people are waking up to this situation.
Yeah.
And 2024, 2025, you could probably say that the country's very much aware of what is going on now.
Well, now what you've got is people like the Pink Ladies turning up outside the Bell Hotel in Epping, and same with Britannia in Canary Wharf, and in other parts of the country. I remember, I think there was one up in Manchester, Altrincham, where they took over a hotel there right next to a girls' school. You know, and people are fed up with it. People have gone, we don't want this.
The Britannia Hotel in Canary Wharf, I actually started receiving, because I get a lot of messages, so I started receiving messages about that before it closed, in the matter of days. So I actually went down there, and it was actually getting taken over. They was letting staff go, and I was speaking to members of staff, and they was like, this is like single mums that are trying their best, you know, and they've actually just lost their jobs. And they're coming out crying and saying like I've got children, how do I pay my rent? You know, things like this, and it actually chokes you a little bit. People was coming up to the hotel with bookings to stay there.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and you're like, and I'm standing there filming it, and I'm like what? Oh my God! You know, where do these people actually go?
Right.
You know, these people have booked holidays, etc., come and see family, and they've just shut the hotel.
Well, there's so many people I've spoken to in the last 2 or 3 years who've had, hotels near them suddenly taken over, and they've had, wedding plans cancelled. They've had, retirement parties cancelled, birthday parties. They've just been told, sorry, we can't do it. And they get no compensation. They get no kind of, explanation, really. And many of these hotels are making an absolute fortune, aren't they? I mean, we've got the government now today and this week saying we've reduced the number of people in hotels because they're moving a lot of them now into HMOs and housing, which in many ways is worse in a way because you don't know where they are. You don't know where you're going to be living next door to. But you've spoken to quite a lot of the migrants as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
And so where do a lot of them, do you find they're all coming from one place or a small number of places?
You see, predominantly, it's Afghanistan, Sudan, Eritrea.
Okay.
Predominantly, it's from them countries.
Okay.
And it's like, with these, they've come straight off of a coach, come straight off of a boat onto a coach.
Yeah.
They're out walking around the streets. See, this Luton hotel, if you come out of it, if you look over one side, there's actually a Holiday Inn.
Right.
And there's some really nice ladies that work in there, and they actually let me film from there down onto that building. And they've told me stories, they're coming out late at night, finishing their shift, and these migrants are sitting in the bush.
Yeah.
And you're like, and I went down there and actually had a look, and you can see the beer cans and stuff, just standing up, sitting in the bush.
Yeah.
And I said to him, what on earth are you doing sitting in bushes? Yeah. And then I don't know, people probably say I was going to sound a bit wrong for saying it, but they're used to staying in bushes.
Yeah.
You know, this is what they do. They've lived in camps Calais,
Sure.
etc. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you know Christian Drogan, who
Yeah.
does the stuff with
Yeah, I've
Watchmen.
seen a
I
bit
mean,
of his stuff.
he went over